Hi mommies and daddies, welcome back to Momcom India. So in this video we'll be talking about oral care for kids. I have a 2-year-old son now and I have a lot of experience with how we've been dealing with oral care, especially with respect to brushing and tongue cleaning. So in this video I'm going to share with you my experience, but I would still say that this is something that is more parent to parent, and you may want to do it differently depending on how your doctor guides you, how a dentist guides you, or what your research says. So please feel free to do that, but in this video I'm going to share my experience. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and watch the entire video. अगर आप एक हिंदी व्यूअर हैं तो इस टॉपिक का हिंदी वर्जन हम अपने चैनल पे कल पोस्ट कर चुके हैं. So most of the questions that I get when it comes to oral care are around brushing, and then there are some about tongue cleaning also. So both these aspects is what I'm going to cover in this video. I have a list of questions jotted down, so we'll take one question at a time and I'll try to answer everything basis my experience. So let's start with brushing first. The first question that is generally asked is that what is the right time to start brushing your baby's teeth? What happens is that with babies, the teething pattern can be very different. The number of teeth that a 1-year-old baby can have versus the number of teeth a 6-month will have or a 16-month will have will be different. It will be different within the same family from one child to the other. So typically it's not by how many teeth that you have that you should start the brushing process. So it's not like you have 6 teeth so you can start the brushing process. Typically doctors say that any time between say 12 to 15 months is a good age to start the brushing process. It will not be like a perfect start where you will be able to brush your baby's teeth properly like you do for yourself, but at least it will be a good start because this is the right age when babies start getting a lot of exposure of their surroundings, and if at this age you start imbibing the right habits, especially when it comes to oral hygiene, which is so important, then they will learn that this is a part of their everyday routine, and as they grow, you will be able to teach them the brushing process very well and will be able to take care of them also. So 1 year is a good age to start the brushing process where you're actually using a toothbrush and a toothpaste. Prior to 1 year, the way of cleaning is just you take water, which is clean water that you use for your baby's drinking also, and use your clean finger, absolutely washed with Dettol soap. Dip your finger and just rub it on your baby's teeth and the gums, and that's how you can clean it. So that's a good way of cleaning. Some people also like to use a very soft clean cloth, wrap it around the finger, dip it in clean water, and then gently rub the baby's teeth and gums. That's also absolutely okay. So whatever suits your baby, that's something that you can do. We never use the cloth process because I felt that that might cause a lot of a problem to my baby in terms of gagging, and he may just want to vomit, because that's how I feel about the process. But we generally use the finger process, and when Kabir was 1 year, we started brushing his teeth. The second question is that once you start the brushing process, how many times ideally should you do that? So normally if you speak to your dentist also, your dentist will say that you should do it twice a day, one in the morning and one before going to bed. Before going to bed is very important because that's your time to clean your whole body, your skin, your teeth, which is a very important part, so that whatever throughout the day is stuck in your teeth or is not cleared from your mouth can actually be cleared. And when you take a good sleep of say 10 to 11 hours, all that's left in the mouth will actually not cause cavities or any other problems. So bedtime brushing is really important. So make sure that you include it in your baby's nighttime routine. If you can do it in the morning also first thing, that is also a good thing. That will, you feel a kind of freshness when you brush first thing in the morning. So those are the 2 times. Apart from this, especially with kids, they are very, very happy when they eat chocolates or any kinds of sweets, and that is a major part of their childhood, at least for most of the kids, that they have a sweet tooth. So the way of avoiding cavities and also giving your children the happiness of letting them enjoy the sweets is that whenever your child has something very sweet, something which is sugary, at least 10-15 minutes post having that particular snack or meal, make sure that your child brushes the teeth. Very, very gentle, very quick brush will help to avoid any cavities if your child has a sweet tooth and is into eating too much sweets. If your child is just eating one off, it's absolutely okay, but then otherwise you should make it a habit that whenever your child is having a sweet, you make sure that the child goes and brushes the teeth. So that way you will avoid cavities. The third question is that what to use for the brushing process. I will be absolutely honest that even I did not know that for babies or for kids there is a separate toothpaste which is specially designed for babies, which is fluoride free. That's what you need to use. I always thought that, I have Colgate in my home and I would be able to use that for my kid also. But then my doctor told me that that's not how it is. Till about 3 years, you're not supposed to use the regular toothpaste. So what you need to use is a fluoride free toothpaste. Many brands, many kids brands have these toothpastes available. Kiko, Mama Earth. There are a lot of brands where fluoride free toothpastes are available in different flavors. So you can definitely choose whatever flavor you would like for your baby. So that's number one. Toothpaste is very important. And the second is a toothbrush. The toothbrush that you use for your baby should be a very handy one, a soft one, should have very, very soft bristles, so that your baby is excited about holding the toothbrush also and wanting to try. Because eventually, see, it will not happen immediately. It will take 4-5 years for your child to actually be independent enough to start brushing on his own. But it's very important for the child to be interested in the process, and you will take the whole interest away if you are using a toothpaste which is not of the taste that your child likes, and if you're using a toothbrush which is not very convenient for the child also to hold. Like, it happens, we've always seen, right? It's always easy to engage children in an activity when you do it together. So it's very important that your child also engages in it while participating with you. And a trick that I would like to share here is that whenever you buy a toothbrush for your kid, buy 2 toothbrushes, one for you and one for the baby. So let the baby hold one, because that is going to happen, and you hold the second one. So let the baby do some brushing, and in between you also say that, okay, now it's mama's turn or it's dada's turn, and you take your round of ensuring that the mouth or the teeth are properly clean. Apart from this, just ensure that the water that you're using for the baby is the drinking water and not the tap water, because what will happen is that initially when you give a few sips of water to your baby to clean the mouth, the baby will not be able to spit it out. Most likely the baby will drink the water. So you need to ensure that it is a safe drinking water. It's not the tap water, because then it can cause a lot of water related problems in the baby. So that's something that's very important. Again, with Kabir also, when we started, I remember this used to be a very fun exercise where we would drink water with him and he will also drink, and he would gulp it down but we would spit it out. So over and over and over and over doing it again, now he's learned how to spit the water out. So that will happen, don't worry. There is no timeline to when it is going to happen, but eventually as a process it will happen. Also remember, in terms of hygiene, make sure you change the toothbrush every 3 to 6 months. If you see that the bristles are now no longer the way they were earlier, they are not soft enough, they are not gentle enough, then it's time to change the toothbrush. The next question, which is very important, is that how do I engage the baby in the brushing process? My baby just doesn't want to be there. My baby starts to become cranky whenever I even show the brush. So it's very important to engage the baby like you engage the baby in other activities like food, like play, like bath, many other activities. So you have to, firstly, you have to do it together. Second, you have to be a role model. Try starting this activity in front of your baby even when your baby is not even eligible to do that. So assuming you have to start brushing your baby from 1 year, 6 months or even prior to that, when you see your baby has senses, now starts understanding the surroundings, start showing that you're brushing and brushing is so much fun, and talk to the baby about why it's important. A lot of kids are interested in rhymes, music, storybooks. So make sure your rhymes or your storybooks or your music has some component of brushing and the benefits of it also. Sing those rhymes, sing those lullabies with the baby while you're doing the brushing. Also, if that helps, make it fun. Do the whole brushing in a way, or mimic or make funny faces, make funny sounds, so that the baby tends to laugh and feels that this is a great bonding time with my parent there. So hence I need to go and get into that activity. So that's very important. Also remember, a lot of kids reject brushing because they don't like the taste or the flavor of the toothpaste. So it's always good that when you're starting out, have 2 to 3 different type of flavors handy. You could have a strawberry, you could have a banana, you could have an apple, so that you can try and test what is the flavor that your baby is best liking. Once your baby gets the taste of that flavor, I'm telling you that brushing is surely going to be one activity that your baby will definitely enjoy. The next question is it safe if my baby swallows some bit of the toothpaste? So if you're using a fluoride free toothpaste which is specially designed for kids, then yes, it is safe. It's okay. It will happen. I will not say that that's something that you can restrict. When they start liking the flavor, they start asking for more. So hence it's important that we buy the right toothpaste. Little bit is okay, but obviously excess of everything is bad, and that's where you as a guardian need to control it. Lastly, the question is that when is it that they are going to learn doing this all by themselves? Like, you want them to be potty trained, you want them to eat food themselves, you also want them to start brushing by themselves, but that's something that's going to take some time. Typically between the age of 3 to 5 years is when kids show how independently they are able to do this process in a right way. A kid even 1.5-year-old will be able to hold the brush, put it in the mouth and stay there, but not be able to clean the mouth properly. That's where you need to continuously help and engage the baby throughout this process. So it is going to take time, but eventually it will come. Also, a lot of parents ask that the first set of teeth that come, they are eventually going to fall, and the permanent teeth will come between 6 to 14 years. So why do we really need to do this process with the kids when they are so young and they don't want to do it? Actually, what you need to know is that it is very, very important to ensure that the roots are safe, the roots are hygienic, and the roots are developing in the right manner. Otherwise, the cavities or any impact that will happen in the teeth right now will also go ahead and impact the permanent teeth. Hence, it's important to take care of them now also. You can also book a dental appointment once a year. It's a good practice to do. Dentists tell you that as you grow, the 1 year frequency changes to actually every 6 months if you really want to take care of your oral hygiene. But with kids, I think once a year is good enough, because your kid won't make the whole appointment very easy, won't let the dentist just check the way we do, but once a year is good enough. Apart from this, when it comes to tongue cleaning, the way we do it is that earlier we used to just use a finger, now we use the toothbrush. So we very, very gently clean the tongue also post cleaning the entire mouth, the teeth, the gums, everything. We clean the tongue also with the toothbrush, only with water. We don't use the paste there. So we just clean it with water and we are done with it. But like I said, that if your baby is very young, you can use the cloth wrap or you can use your clean finger, and that's how you can do it. My doctor actually said that there's absolutely no need for you to do the tongue cleaning process when the babies are very, very young. This can actually lead to gagging, and this can actually cause discomfort with the baby. The only time when you should be very cautious or you should be concerned and you should be speaking to your doctor is if your baby's mouth starts to smell bad, if the teeth are changing the color, they are becoming yellowish, they are becoming brownish, or you're seeing any kind of cavities. Those are definitely alarms when you should immediately be reaching out to your doctor and asking for help, because with some kids, even when the first tooth comes, the tooth is not in the right shape and in the right form, and that's something that you should inform your doctor about. With this, we've come to the end of the video. I hope I've answered all the questions that you would have regarding this topic. I will also put down links of the toothbrush and toothpaste that we use for our baby in the description box, just in case you'd like to check. Apart from that, my only request to you is that make sure you subscribe to our channel, Momcom India, and you subscribe to my baby's channel, Kabir Payed. Link will be in the description box, because you will actually see him doing these activities like brushing, cleaning, having fun through his videos on his channel and through our vlogs on our channel. And don't forget to follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. All the IDs are mentioned below. So apart from watching this video, you also need to scroll down below and have a look at the description box. I hope you did like it. You will hit on the like button. If you have more questions, please put it in the comment section below, and definitely share it with all, because this is not for a particular age group. This applies to all the kids, and every parent needs to know about it. Thank you so much for watching and loving Momcom India. Bye-bye.